Sometimes life's about finding your purpose and your meaning and where you fit in. So I guess the simple part is finding out where you are now, where you want to be, and where you think you should have been. So some of it's going back to um, obviously making friends, hanging out, finding people you click with. Nowadays with social media, sometimes there's a lot of people that are too busy working, even like the old days, but they connect through social media, video games. I mean, I see it a lot, interaction that way, so you can't discount it because a lot of homebodies are now connected through social media, so all over the world. So it gives everybody an outlet for extra friends, even if they're online. Some are real, some are, not. I guess it's figuring out who's real and who's not, just like in real life. But I guess the gist of the conversation is to find your way. If it's career or likewise, going back to think about where you thought you wanted to be or what you wanted to do when you were young. What was your passion? Finding your passion to lead you to the direction that you currently seek may help get you there. It's not always a path of money from what I've seen for people. Some people, they say do what you love and the money will come. Other people do what they love and the money still is not there. So this isn't about making money. This is about finding your passion for something that you want to do in your life that will help you either find your career or a sideline that helps give you purpose and meaning, whether it's for more friends or people you get along with. And that's not always the case. People are people. A lot of people that are seeking help need help. A lot of people that are in the sideline things of helping people still need help themselves, or the people that they're helping need help, and a lot of them don't always have money to pay, or if they do, a lot of times they're not willing to put the money forth towards the help that they need. So some of it's the catch-22 of life, whether it's bills and utilities and food versus putting money towards something that'll help you. And there's a lot of us in this life that are caught in that little spectrum of things, good and bad, and it's not about that. So some of it's finding where you belong, where you fit in, making a way for yourself where you belong and fit in, and having all that in itself along the way, as well as your purpose and your meaning for what it is to you. I mean, nowadays, whether it's video, chat, socialization, work in the real world, socialization in the real world through social places of all sorts. A lot of people now are into exercise and all that stuff where it was a smaller spectrum years and years ago. It's bigger and bigger, and more people are into it. A lot of people have home equipment or they have memberships. Now there's new ones coming in for $10 to $20 a month where you can get memberships and you can go there any time of the day to work out and maybe meet new people. But at some point in time, you want to remember to work out and not just sit around socializing, like I've heard some people talk about, which I guess there's a difference. And at some point in time, yes, you need the socialization part, definitely. But there's also the point of if you got a membership there, you should probably work out. And we're not going to get into all that. But that's what I'm just trying to say when people have told me that people have these memberships and then they just go up there and hang out. Which, hey, that's cool. It gives you a place of socialization. Everybody really needs it. I mean, there's probably a lot of solitary people out there, or hermits and others that may not think, but a lot of them are now connected to the internet. So they're not as hermited as you would think, or they're not as cut off from the world. I'm sure there's a few, if not more. And everybody does it for different reasons. Some do it for meditation or spiritual reasons. Some do it for their religion. Some do it because they just get along better with themselves than anybody else, I suppose. But if you don't want to be that way, then find your place in the world. Whether it's getting a gym membership and hanging out there for socialization, or maybe, hey, working out, or whatever it is, what other activities you have, whether it's within your religion or non-religion, whether it's your belief or something you believe others believe in, that's, safe for you, that's within your spectrum of logic and thinking. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. So that's my thoughts and views. Nobody claims to be right 100% of the time, but it's getting yourself out there and doing stuff, or getting yourself in your head to figure out what it is you want to do or should be doing, and finding your way. So that's my main thought of, we'll call it step one, because there's always 100 steps to everything, it seems like. So that's just one more point of view that might help you get to where you need to go, and bring greater happiness to your life. Some people do a meditation, whether it's 3 deep breaths. I'm not going to do all 3 deep breaths. You can do that on yourself. But anyways, the main thing is 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And sometimes do 20 deep breaths. Sometimes that'll help people before they go to sleep. Journaling is important, whether it's before bed and you can't sleep, or when you wake up, or during the day. A lot of people can journal from their phones, or have checklists, or message themselves, or multitude of things. But finding your way, finding your purpose and meaning in life is the utmost important if you feel that you're lost on the sidetrack, or if you just need a new hobby on the side. Maybe you have all the millions of dollars and you're trying to find a new purpose and meaning and a way to use it. So there's always side spectrums of stuff you can choose to enlighten yourself, improve yourself daily. And I always like the people that make a checklist of 1 to 5 things or 30 things, and that's your goal for the day, whatever your checklist is. So it's as hard as you want it to be, or you can leave blank spaces to fill in the blanks, whether it's, just exercising, feeding, paying your bills, getting to work, getting home safe, helping you or your family or your good friends, or maybe they're helping you. But there's got to be the give and take. It can't be just you helping everybody else all the time. Somewhere in there you have to rest and take time for yourself. So that's the gist of it, and that's the highlights of my video for finding your purpose and your meaning. It's going within inside yourself and looking back at what you wanted to do when you were young, what you're doing now, and what you want to do in the future. And not always taking the steps that creates money, but maybe don't take the steps that create poverty, unless you're trying to become one of those, what do they want to say, whether it's like a monk or whatever that is, where they kind of give up all their worldly possessions and just, not be homeless, but that's what it becomes. Be one of those people that kind of like, I can't remember the right word, but everybody that understands that would be like where the monks used to give up all their worldly possessions and get into either spiritual stuff or religious stuff for the purpose of that, of being non-materialistic. It still happens in the world. Some people do that. I'm not saying you do that. I don't plan on doing it. Not with the family and stuff like that. Maybe when you're single and young, it's a little bit more achievable. Or maybe if you got money in the bank and you put it in a trust, and if you needed to tap into it. But some people are just willing to give that stuff up. And, maybe a lot of us need to materialize if we have too much junk stored up anyways. I can contest to that we all need to go through and clean up the house, or maybe the garage, and dematerialize a lot of stuff that if we have too much, whether it's given away as gifts or selling it through online, donating it to charity, giving it to people or just keeping it for yourself and cleaning it up and organizing and inventorying your stuff so you know what you have in case there is something of value that you want to have appraised or sell, or just want to move your stuff around in your living room and have a different look in there. So it's a little bit of everything in life. So that's the concept of it. I hope you have a great day. Hope you liked the video. Thank you for a share, subscribe. Eventually down the road we might have a second channel, but for now we're on a family channel. This has a spiritual meaning, I believe, or at least an awakening. It could be tied with meditations, but it's just for better thought, whether it's through breath. Some people will do yoga, exercise. Some people will turn to more vegetables and fruits and nuts to improve their diet, whether it's 51% or 80% or 100%. And those are things that people have said that can help you drop a lot of your burdens by improving your diet and exercise. So it's just things to consider if you haven't done it or aren't doing it, or if you want to reawaken those things in your life, in your body, and the desires of your mind to help give you new insight and, fun stuff. It's like the stuff that you do while you're young and old that will help bring you to what you want to achieve. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Be good, or as good as you can.